Okay, so as I mentioned, the last deck that I actually own in real life is not very consistent. I only won one match with it. I lost all the rest. And yeah, so I need some changes. So looked online, found this list on social media, and so we'll talk about it real quick. A lot of it is the same. So Mega Sharpedo is still the focus, but now there's just 3 of these, as well as 3 of the Carvanha. But there's an increased count of the Buneary and the Mega Lopunny, so it's kind of using it more as a partner rather than a tech inclusion for certain matchups, because having the Pecharunt with subjugating chains, free retreat, dark Pokemon, and you can reset your Mega Lopunny really easily, so you just kind of switch between the two, whatever you need more. Tatsugiri reduced to just the 1 count, and then added back in the Meowth EX from the base deck that they give you free in PTCGL. The rest of the Pokemon stay the same, and so some of the trainer counts did change. For stadiums, we did get rid of both of the Risky Ruins and just lean into the Gravity Mountain, because we're thinking we're going to try to one-shot things as much as possible so the chip damage is not as significant. There also is 1 Brock Scouting in here. Search your deck for the 2 basic Pokemon or 1 evolution Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. And then also the Hilda, so we've got 3 copies of that. Search your deck for an evolution and an energy, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. They also come back with a couple of Wally's Compassion, because considering your big Megas can hit for 1 energy each, I mean, you have to do max damage with Sharpedo, you need 2, but he's easy to power up, just move him back to the bench. Sinister Surge, good to go. But yeah, Wally's Compassion lets you heal all damage from one of your Mega Pokemon, and if you healed it in this way, put all energy attached to it back into your hand. And we did switch back to the Legacy Energy. So this allows us to kind of manipulate the prize trade, and like I said, now instead of 2 Megas in a win, you might have to make them go through 3 Megas, or 2 Megas plus something else. So, gonna try this variation and see if we can do better, finish out the series, and see how close we can get to Master League. Okay, we got someone from the Quick League getting a pretty late start to the season. Okay, and they are choosing to go first. So not ideal, although there have been times where turn 1 going second, I've been able to get a knockout. So depending on what's on the other side, could potentially do that here too. Okay, Munkidori. And Dreepy. So Dragapult it is. I lost to Dragapult twice with the previous version, so hopefully we'll get better luck this time. And look at that. I took Risky Ruins out of my deck, but a lot of Dragapult is using it now, because it helps with the Munkidori math, as well as Phantom Dive, damage counters. I may bump it with... I'll use that Gravity Mountain later. No, I'm going to use it now, because they have Munkidori. I don't want to have them moving a bunch of damage on me. And this will let me hit the 1-hit KOs on the Dragapults. Yeah, I wanted to Poffin without stacking a bunch of damage on myself, without a way to move it over on my side. And they've only got 3 cards, so I don't really want to judge yet. I'd be giving them more cards. So we're just going to hold. I'll preserve my 1 energy. We'll see what it is they get and what they can do on their turn. When they get a Lillie's. 1 Dracloak, 2 Dracloaks. So double Dracloak off the Lillies. That's pretty good. And another Dreepy. Okay, one recon directive. Second recon directive. Did they get an energy anywhere? There it is. Okay, so they put the dark on Monkey. Buddy Poffin for Badoo. So they only got the Badoo and not the Dreepy, which means I bet you the fourth Dreepy is in the prizes. Or they want to save that bench spot for something like a Meowth, maybe. So there's the Adrena Brain. And Itchipollen. So now I am item locked. And I draw an energy. Let's do this. I'll attach the energy to the other Carvanha. Gonna judge. So if I can get a Sharpedo here, I'd be able to Greedy Fang and draw 2 cards. I didn't get it, but I do get Toxtricity. So let's go ahead and evolve that. I'm just going to Subjugating Chains. Carvanha goes to the active. I am going to Sinister Surge. We'll put it on the Pecharunt. And let's Reckless Charge. So I knock out Badoo. I take 10 damage. This could be risky, but I don't want to keep getting item locked. Okay, and they put up the Dreepy. So yeah, they've been using their energy attachments on Munkidori, so none of their Dracloak have any energy. Okay, just using recon directives over there. Hand is back up to 7. It's like I never judged them at all. Poké Pad. Bet you that's a third Dracloak. Yep. Okay, and there's an energy to the Dracloak on the bench. And Crushing Hammer. Okay, so Dragapult with Crushing Hammers won the LA Regional. So we knew that this would mean there's an uptick in them being played on the ladder. Luckily for me, it was a Tails, but I mean, I'm not as affected by it because I can just Sinister Surge from the deck, so even if they, remove something from me, I can find it, no problem. So even if it was a heads, not a big deal. So put down the Yveltal. I gave it the energy. I'm going to evolve this one after Lillie's determination, and so now the poison is gone. And I'm going to retreat. I don't need to use the Subjugating Chains now that I have a free retreat, because I don't want to continually stack poison damage on myself. I don't have Munkidori to move it over. They do have Munkidori, but this way I clutch the Dracloak in the active that doesn't have an energy attached. So either they have to evolve to remove the clutch, but then they have to attach an energy, and then all they can do is a Jet Headbutt, or they leave Dracloak in the active to be clutched while they set up. So we'll see what avenue they choose to do. And I did get the Legacy Energy off of that Lillie's as well, which will probably go into Sharpedo. I still haven't seen Mega Lopunny. There's Adrenabrain. Okay, speaking of Lopunny, they are going to target the Buneary. Okay, and they are doing energy to the active. Ultra Ball. It's got to be for Dragapult. Yep. So they can either evolve the active or the bench. They do go for the active, which is perfect because Gravity Mountain is still in play. And now I can Petrel for the Binding Mochi. Ooh, Ultra Ball again. Okay, what are you getting this time? Oh wow, they discarded a Lillie's. Lillie's and energy to find Meowth? Okay, last ditch catch for Crispin. So they knew exactly what they wanted. Does that mean they're going to try to Phantom Dive here? Because if they Phantom Dive, they'll take 2 prizes. They'll take out the Yveltal, guarantee they'd go for the Buneary, and probably some damage for Carvanha as well. Yeah, they haven't played a supporter yet this turn. Okay, so it is just a Jet Headbutt, which is perfect. So, let's Petrel. Get the Binding Mochi. Attach that to Sharpedo. Legacy Energy on Sharpedo. Subjugating Chains. Now Sharpedo is poisoned. And I don't want to Sinister Surge here because nobody else needs an energy, and if I commit too many of them at the moment, it could end up backfiring on me. But Binding Mochi plus Gravity Mountain means Dragapult goes down. And there's a Lopunny. So I've got Hilda, I've got Lopunny. They promote the Dracloak with energy. Recon Directive. Second Recon Directive. Night Stretcher for a Dragapult. So guarantee you they evolve the active again. They could attach a second energy and Phantom Dive. Crushing Hammer. Ooh, another Tails. Sorry, bro. Second Monkey and Judge. Okay. And yeah, that's fine. They can't one-shot Sharpedo because they don't have Dusclops. I have a second Mega Sharpedo. I can Lily's Determination for all the stuff that they just shuffled in, and they concede. So it's a good first showing for the new revised deck. Gotta love it.